Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is an international catchweight contest over 40 minutes. 8 5-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions or a knockout to decide the winner. Between on my left and in the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, Poland's international heavyweight star, Johnny Czeslaw. I'll do my job, Maxine, and you do yours when you're ready. And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, he should be in the opposite corner, the British middleweight champion, King of the Ring, self-named superstar Brian Maxine.
Well, that's the introduction. Always a little longer than usual when Brian Maxine's in one corner. Brian Maxine, who's slightly over the middleweight limit now, of course. But in order to defend his title, his British middleweight title, he certainly would have to come down a few pounds. His opponent here this afternoon, Johnny Czeslaw, Max Crabtree, the promoter, was telling me that he was hoping that Johnny Czeslaw would make more or less Maxine's weight, to put them together in this bout, this catchweight contest here at Catford, to see whether he'd ever come down to the heavy middles. But he couldn't make the weight, so he might be a little bit weak.
Second way, round 1.
In fact, Johnny Czeslaw probably not at his best here this afternoon because of that attempt at bringing down his weight to somewhere near Maxine's. He's not far off it, but he's 7 or 8 pounds over the top. It's amazing how these wrestlers do shed weight when they need to, though. Diet and certain exercising, of course. Not too much problem with identification here. Johnny Czeslaw with his usual shaven head. And his opponent, Maxine, was riding, as always, all over him. His name, fore and aft, and, of course, a couple of I'm the greatest thrown in as well. I'm your man this time, on the back. Never seen that one before. Mick, have you ever seen that gear that Maxine's wearing this afternoon?
It's about I'm Your Man. I think that's the name of one of his long-playing records, as far as I know. I've never heard it myself. Don't particularly want to, but I understand that's what it is.
Position of a double wrist lock, and that's how to get out of it. Maxine, who used to be amateur and professional boxer in his time, always threatens with a clenched fist, and sometimes not only threatens. That actually was the forearm. But every time he turns his back to the referee, or his opponent's back to the referee sometimes, he's getting in a slick clenched fist move. But of course, he's got some strength up against him this afternoon. Neatly into that front head chancery there as his man got up. Well, everybody's laughing except one man. And there he is. He really shouldn't have stood over that middle rope and argued with the ringside seaters at that moment, with Johnny Czeslaw, his opponent, waiting to get on with it. That man was on the deck then. Absolutely sure. And that turned the foot right over. Doesn't seem to worry Maxine too much with his... If you have a colored television set, you'll see that one sock is green and the other one is Union Jack. And a minute left in this first round. Second round, I'm sorry. So it is the first round. I thought I was going crazy. There are 45 seconds in this first round. No sign of any score. It's just both setting their sights a bit here. Maxine, in his usual fashion, are trying to weaken this man by a few illegal punches by blind side of the ref. Johnny Czeslaw, grin on his face as always. Really enjoys it, especially against a man like this. Just 7 seconds in this first round of 8, and 2 falls to decide it. Mick, how do you think this bout's going to shape up in the next 7 rounds?
Well, I think that little weight that Johnny Czeslaw lost stands him in good stead. He's moving around pretty fast. Anyway, we're on Maxine now in the corner, going off to Nashville, Tennessee to do some singing and wrestling. Somebody said there's a wrestler who's not a bad singer, and there's a singer who's not a bad wrestler. So I'll leave it to you.
Second way, round 2.
So round 2, 7 rounds to go, 2 falls to decide the bout. Brian Maxine, the middleweight champion of Great Britain, held that title for some time now. He was the British welterweight title holder before that. In fact, at one time, he held both titles simultaneously. But up against a heavier man in the shape of Poland's Johnny Czeslaw, the Polish Eagle from Krakow. Not quite so happy with that little move, Czeslaw. A wee bit angered by a couple of things at the beginning of this round. Well, they're really flattening that nose, but it's already so flat. From his boxing days, that won't worry him too much. Oh, yes. But far too early. All 4 arms there. And a reverse double knee hold to finish off this first fall quite easily to Maxine in just 1 minute, 28 seconds of round 2. Surprisingly giving away this weight and still getting the first fall as early as round 2. Our MC Fred Downs to announce this one.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. In the second round, first fall in favor, the champion, Brian Maxine.
Mick, quite a nice fall for Brian.
Yep, we went to town in that round all right, and Johnny Czeslaw was well on the receiving end, so it's first blood to Maxine. Got a little way to go yet, though. We've another few rounds, and he's got to get the other fall. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. He's got a lot of experience, Johnny Czeslaw. I don't think he'll be worried too much.
So it's round 3 with 6 rounds to go. Maxine, with the writing all over him. And the long hair, leading Johnny Czeslaw of Poland by 1 fall and all. Surprisingly, as early as round 2. But I think it's time that the referee came into this a little bit more strongly. Maxine's got away with an awful lot up to now. Well, whether that's the fist landing or whether it's the forearm. That's definitely the fist, but then the referee, of course, quite unable to see that. Maxine made sure of that. What he was complaining about then, I don't know. Referee not stopping it, but surely illegal use of the ropes here, especially there. You're not used to the ropes. There it is, in between the middle fingers. Well, let's see. He retaliated and he's got away with it. Just checking the fingers are all right. And back comes the smile on Johnny Czeslaw's face. He reckons he's about even now on the dicey moves. But Maxine spotted there with a punch.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee has given Maxine first public warning.
And referee gives him a public warning. Czeslaw gives him a back chop to the throat. I think he'd rather have the first. But he's got another 2 public warnings to go. Oh, yes. 1 minute to go in this third round, and Maxine started his old favorite hole that generally brings the jeers from the crowd, and today is no exception. Oh, no. Half a minute. And is Johnny Czeslaw going to show him how to do that properly? But with the elbow. Eight seconds. And the bell will save Maxine as Mick comes in with his opinion of that one.
Well, I think Johnny Czeslaw finally got the message there. If you can't beat them, join them. He started doing some rough stuff himself, and I think it's going to pay off a bit, especially with a character like Maxine. Got a lot of experience, Johnny Czeslaw, and he should start using it a bit. I think he's letting Maxine get away with an awful lot, really. But anyway, still got a long way to go yet. It's an 8-5 match, so we've got about another 4 rounds at least left.
Round 4.
Yeah, 4 rounds, 5 rounds.
5 rounds, yeah. 5 rounds to go, Mac, as we start the 4th. And still Maxine leading Czeslaw by 1 fall and 0, with 1 public warning against him. That's Maxine, of course. Yeah, superstar, I am your man, Maxine. And his man was hardly up then. Whether he was up or not, Czeslaw doesn't like it. The right foot hit and then drop kick. Yes. Great posting, and another one on the other side. And again, Maxine pretends to do his bootlace up to get a breather. And a folder, a folding press. He's got those hands held tight. He knees over the legs. No chance at all for Maxine there. The equalizer in just 1 minute of round 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the 4th round, an equalizing fall to the Polish Eagle, Johnny Czeslaw.
Come in, Meg.
Well, that's a bit more like it. He's got wound up a bit now, Johnny Czeslaw, so he's got to go in now and go and get this other fall. I think he's got Maxine a little bit going here. That was a pretty nasty chop he got in the throat. So he wants to follow this up, John, and pick off the other fall.
Round 5.
And we're halfway through the bout as we start round 5, 1 fall each. But this man, Maxine, has 1 public warning against him. Now, what sort of a landing was that? Czeslaw generally take a little bit of a contretemps in the ring as well as Czeslaw gets back in. Between referee and Maxine, and before he got up, surely. But this time, Czeslaw lands perfectly happily on both feet. And comes in with a forearm uppercuts, and the back chops again with the throat. Oops. Well, it may have been just legal, the inside of the forearm. Oh, caught, both men. And it's Czeslaw got the worst of that one, all right. But he's up, and he's weakened, he's sufficiently weakened for Maxine to win this now. He's got it. And Czeslaw really caught. And in 1 minute 28 seconds of round 5, his opponent Maxine gets the winning fall. 2-1, Brian Maxine.
Have you finished, Maxine? Ladies and gentlemen, your referee's decision, the winner 2-1, the champion, Brian Maxine. And ladies and gentlemen, 1 for the loser. Please, St. John's Ambulance. Yes, Maxine, you are this evening the winner. It will be reported, Maxine, don't worry. It will be reported to the proper authority. The winner this evening, ladies and gentlemen, the champion, Maxine.